Hi everyone, I'm Scott Coventry and this is ZealZaddy. We are playing our D&D campaign Elixia Box of Memories tonight. This is Season 2, Episode 11, Shallow Depths. That's a hard word to say. This is a D&D 5e campaign in a homebrew world. You can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy or /ZealZaddy. So you can go to our Linktree, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. Actually, Discord, the link is down below, and I'll probably drop it in chat in a little while too. One announcement: next Thursday we have a game with some amazing creators of content. We have a one shot with UO Publishing's Jess Pendley. We're playing with D&D Elise, Star Shinobi, Chris Wright of Cryptwright, and one of you. So if you go to my Twitter account, we're doing this on our March to 2,000 followers. And if you go through my feed, you'll find an opportunity to enter to play in the game. And on the 30th, I'll see I'll draw somebody from those people that submitted, and you'll get to play in the game with the four of them. It will be an 8th level campaign, not a campaign, one shot. Probably a little dark, even though it'll be after Halloween. I'll probably still be in a Halloween mood, so may as well stick to it for a little while. Let's bring on the players because they're way more interesting than me anyway. Okay, yes, everyone's in the right place. Whew. Thank goodness. So after last week's puppet D&D, some of my screens got messed up between my Stream Deck and Streamlabs, so it'll take me a moment to press buttons. Got to do it on the computer now. Everybody's here tonight. We have our awesome cast. Let's let them introduce themselves and talk about their character and whatever else they want to talk about. Let's start with Dillon tonight.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Dillon. I play Eslov, the Dragonborne Barbarian, who has just recently fully recovered from his injuries.
He's aging.
He's also very old right now. Extremely old. Oh,
yep.
We'll see if he stays that way.
I thought we fixed your age.
You got
all of our gold to fix it.
I think we're still working on it. Yeah. We have a plan, but not quite there yet. For now, he's going to have to suffer his arthritis.
Yeah. Ow. Oh, I'm moving. It hurts. Let's jump to Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She goes by Dwynd, and she's the bard of the group. Last time we were able to heal Morcant, so we have to wait a little bit for the priest to recover, and then we'll be able to heal Eslov. I take notes. I also run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels, which is an all-female campaign, plus my husband, because I live with him and couldn't say, you can't be in our campaign.
You totally
And
could.
I'm going to be doing a Halloween mini campaign called Dark Waters, and that will come out on Halloween. So watch out for that. Yeah.
What time on Halloween?
She's like, shit, I gotta look it up.
Sorry, I what was the question?
When on Halloween? Like, Halloween's 24 hours. Which hours?
Probably like 5 p.m. I try to do everything around 5, but one of my players was like, I have to reschedule. Actually, I need to reschedule again. So I'm like, oh gosh, okay. So anyway, I was telling you guys about how I've been steeped deeply in all of horror just to get ready for this.
Right.
This mini campaign. It's gonna be in 3 sections. So you'll get your Halloween hit even after Halloween. What time of the year is not?
Are you going to stream it to Twitch or YouTube?
No, because that sounds really intimidating to me.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay.
Unless you want me to, but I have.
Hell yeah, we want you to.
I'm good.
I want you to do what you're comfortable with, but I do think it would be awesome. I agree with Scott that it would be awesome.
I want you to get out of your comfort zone and stop being comfortable not streaming. I think you'd be amazing.
It would be okay doing our mini campaign. I don't do our main campaign because it's like awkward to start when we're like 46 episodes in. It's like 2 years of campaign off air. So I'm like, this I think we could actually do on air. I'll consider that.
All right, let's jump to Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
And you're
Okay.
awesome.
And what do you play?
I play Morcant Van Amstel. I'm the Cleric. I do all the healing, though I never heal.
You
So
rarely do the healing.
All the talking.
You occasionally do the healing. You're way more into destruction than healing.
I don't know that he destroys. He just fixes problems quickly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of violence.
Or delays them with words.
Just not afraid to flaunt the power backward.
Yeah.
There you
No,
He's just
not at all.
very Morcant-esque.
All right, Morgan.
What's up, travelers? I am Morgan with Mindfully Mondays. You can find me on pretty much every social media at Mindfully Mondays except Twitter, which is at MindfullyMun. I'm the founder of MindfullyMondays.com. It's a website where you can hire one of our amazing professional dungeon masters to run adventures for you and your friends. Also, we have a podcast that releases new episodes every Monday. So if you want to listen, and you can find us there. We actually just released part 2 of our Halloween special. It's a Cthulhu adventure. So that's run by our very own Jake. He stepped into the Storyteller shoes. So with that out of the way, I have the absolute pleasure of playing alongside this amazing group of players as Vesryn Magic of House Magic. He's a wood elf wizard who simply just wants to leave the places he goes better than he found them, or take lots of baths at Mama Bardusa's bathhouse. So one of the two. Better places or lots of baths.
All right, so do you guys want to do a recap? Can you remember what happened last week? I'm sure you can. Or 2 weeks ago, actually.
I remember we picked up where we found the stone. We were invited to speak to Mama Bardusa. While we were in there,
Yep.
she left the stone on the desk, and then she left. We then found out that stone actually opened up like the doorway through like the mirror.
Oh yeah, she had like a secret doorway, and like the gem that was stolen was part of the key for the secret doorway, and we discovered the secret doorway, but decided not to go in the secret doorway.
Which
And
was
now
very
instead of
un-D&D like.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
wow, they have some patience. They're waiting a while. She was gone a long time.
Read books and take baths. Like
Right.
we don't go into dungeons. We're not about to open doors. We're gonna read the books. We're gonna take baths.
To be
Yes.
fair, though, we just got to this town after surviving the horrid northern, ice weather, where we were almost dying. So the idea of jumping into something that may be deadly may not pique our interest at the moment.
Yeah, a mushroom dungeon.
Mushroom dungeon
Mushroom dungeon
of death.
of death. Well, like, it's not even true death. It's just like mind melding into their hive mind and becoming one of the fungi forest,
Yeah.
which is
So
kind
after
of
we-
terrifying.
Yeah. After we did that, we decided to go to Morcant's soul in this city.
At
It's
one
not
point
your
did I become
soul.
old.
That's what we're getting to. When we went to the soul, we found that secret door and went downstairs, and we went in that room. That ghost came out and scared the living shit out of you. Stole years off
Scared
your
the life
life.
out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stole the book. Come to find out, it's some ancient book that spoke of a land that disappeared a long time ago. And
the
somehow-
soul. It was in the soul.
Yeah, it was in the soul, and
Secret soul room.
there was a little bit of talk about Elixia in the book too.
Yeah, like
that
this
was protected.
land that was taken up was Elixia was like part of it. It seemed to imply that.
It was protected. Yeah. We took the book. We got out, and we went back to Mama Bardusa's to see if we can get you guys healed. I thought we got Eslov healed because Morcant is a half elf and he can live a lot longer. So I thought we got Eslov healed first. So you guys are saying Morcant got healed first? I remember it was Eslov we healed and we were waiting on Morcant.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I can remember things wrong.
I don't know. I didn't write it down, so I don't have that note. But that's how I remembered it because we needed Eslov in better shape now. And Morcant, he gained a few years, but he's a half elf, so he lives a long time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's Eslov who's been healed. Yeah.
It made Morcant better looking, more charming,
Yeah.
a little wiser. Yeah.
More willing to put himself out there, less immature.
Yeah, ready for that relationship with your member from the soul now, back home in Elixia.
I'm not sure Morcant will ever be ready for a relationship.
Speaking of Morcant, he also went on his own sort of investigation after the Shandao and found the Shandao's hidden office.
Yes.
Talked to the Shandao, and then he suspects that the Eponia is hiding hiding or being held captive in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Inside that tunnel that we chose, or those doors that we chose not to go into.
Yeah, which is not to go into the secret room.
Well, in a place called the Vault, which you don't know where that is. It could be that.
Yeah.
I mean, from the description, it kind of matched up to that, which is why the Shandao was trying to get that stone so they can get into the vault.
Maybe.
Okay, that's my interpretation, and that's
Okay.
what Vesryn thinks. Vesryn could be wrong, but that's how he sees it.
Yes.
So
you are in the bathhouse now, and you had all gotten back. Morcant had come back from meeting the Shandao and told you about this stuff, and you had gotten your age off on Eslov, and spent a buku bucks.
on both of them, yeah.
Yep, gold bucks. And having one of those damn untrustworthy Mava priests doing the work.
Yeah, she's so lazy. She can only do one person and has to take a break to come back. Like,
Yep.
is that really all she could do, or would she rather go do other things right now?
Could be that. You never know with them. They're very
Never know.
very flighty.
Yeah, they're maniacs.
You could say they're lunatics.
They're lunatics. Yes, that's what it is. Lunatics.
A little silly.
Bunch of lunatics.
So did we leave off where we were getting a long night's rest, right? Or we were resting or something?
Yeah, you were gonna rest.
Yeah.
And wait for the priest of Mava to rest also, to do the second de-aging.
Yes. We still need to talk with Mama Bardusa once more.
Well, she's dealing with the death of the gnome.
So
With
what do
the-
we need to
with the
talk to her about?
constable.
Don't remember.
All this stuff. We need to find out what she knows. Is she somebody we can trust? Is she an enemy?
Where is she keeping the Eponia?
Personally,
If she
I
is.
think we should. Yes, personally, I think we should be direct rather than aloof.
Oh, we'll certainly
Don't
come.
disrespect her with aloofness.
Yeah, well, I agree. It's better to just cut this out and get right to the point.
Yes.
So it's
She-
the middle of the night. The aging thing has made you a little restless, Eslov. Old people don't sleep well. And you're kind of more awake than you would have expected yourself to be.
Well, I guess he's just out then.
Yeah.
So much.
Still awake? You're still awake even after being healed, huh?
You're awake, and you're listening to the sounds of the quiet in the bathhouse. You can hear in the distance the slow dripping of water. Every now and then you can hear somebody splash into one of the pools or something. And there's, from being out in the halls, that in the halls there are sconces on the walls, and under the door there's a little sliver of light, and the sliver of light goes dark for a moment, and then is light.
Thinks nothing of it. Goes back to whatever
Okay.
old people do.
Poor Scott.
Wait, you saying Scott's old?
No.
Just
I am old.
Oh, come on, don't say that. You're being too harsh on yourself.
that implies old is a bad thing, Dylan. Why are you being all ageist?
You're young at heart.
I think Dwayne would just be out. She's a heavy sleeper.
Dwen has a bed that fits. She's
Yeah.
totally out.
She's very happy.
I can't imagine her being up for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
She can
Vesryn might be.
actually lay out. She doesn't need to curl up or anything.
I feel like Vesryn would be awake because he only needs 4 hours of sleep.
of
Of
trance.
rest.
Yeah.
Of trance.
Yeah.
I'd probably be up studying, looking at that old book, just trying to read through it again.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Oh no. You're gonna not believe me, but I actually did not bring my dice, so I have to roll it on here.
What?
I left them over there. I don't want to
Ew,
get up.
Digital dice? Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna just do it for this one, and then I'm gonna get up and go grab my actual dice.
Lawful evil.
Unless you want me to go. You know what? This
It's
is
okay. I don't care. Digital dice are totally okay too. I'm only messing with you.
Nope. I'm grabbing them. You made me feel dirty, so now I feel dirty. I don't even know if Mama Bardus's bathhouse would make me feel clean now. All right, here we go. Natural 12 plus, I think it's plus 4, so it'd be 16.
And you see under the door the light go black for a moment and then go back and then come back.
Eslov, did you see that?
Sorry, I can't hear you out of this here.
All right, I need to know for is he old still or is he healed?
He's in the process of de-aging. It's not instant.
Okay, got it.
Right now he's like 40. So the
Roger.
interaction would still be
Yeah.
the same.
Got you. Understood. Now I'm because I was confused.
He,
I'm like,
he has
wait,
a megaphone to his ears.
What?
You tell me your name again, Sonny.
Just give me a moment. If I don't return, let the others know I stepped out to investigate something. And I'm going to open the door and peek out at first, kind of try to be quiet, like stealthy to see who's out there.
And when you open the door to check, can you make me an initiative roll, please?
Oh shit! 11, 14.
Okay. And when you reach out, or when you open the door a crack, a blade comes in and slashes at you, and you get hit.
Wait, what? I shield.
Okay,
I have a
shield. What does that
16,
put you
which
to?
puts me at 20. 20.
Okay. A blade hits your shield and you fall, and you feel this blade, and the shield goes up just in time, and then suddenly there's someone pushing through the door.
Hello, everybody, wake up. We have an intruder. And I will draw my rapier.
All right, can I get initiatives from everyone else?
Opt to take this with disadvantage.
Because you're 40?
Yeah.
No. 40's not that bad. It's not 90.
Really?
It's really
Bruh.
not.
Bro,
I'm
did
kidding.
you?
I'm kidding.
I'm about to be. I'm 37, bro.
That's not 40.
Bro, that's like. I'll be
Bragging.
38 next year. I'm like 2 years away from 40.
You got a couple of years left.
Dylan's
Do I-
point is in Dragonborne.
Don't they live like a normal lifespan?
Yeah.
They only live like 60. It's
No, they live to 80. They live a normal human.
They live a normal human lifespan, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. This guy's trying to act like in 2 years I'm going to need to roll a disadvantage on initiative rolls. That's bullshit, bro. God, do you feel like you roll at disadvantage on initiative rolls in life at your age?
Yes.
I do.
I do. I got a broke ass wrist already. I'm just as worse. I'm just as bad off as
Okay,
Damn,
but
I'm outvoted here.
but Cerridwen was actually okay. So you're in different rooms at the end,
Yeah.
right? So Cerridwen's in a room.
Yeah.
Morcant's in a room. You're in a room, Vesryn. Eslov is in a room.
Okay, so I wouldn't even have. I thought we were all in one room together. So, okay, so I wouldn't have had that interaction with Eslov. So yeah, when I saw that, I just opened the door and looked out,
Right.
and I yelled out loud enough. Hopefully, if they're near me, they can hear it.
Can the three of you make me a perception check? Let's see if you can hear it.
not me or
Who has been Alduin out?
wait. Do I have to make a perception check?
Yes, but only if you have your megaphone to your ear.
Michael said Eslov has a permanent blindness and deafness cast on him.
Oh,
I got a 6 actually.
Okay,
It's a 10.
a 10. Okay.
I got 21.
21. You hear something and you wake up.
I got a perception. That's a 16.
You think you hear something, some commotion. Maybe it's just the typical things in a bathhouse, but it stirs you a little.
She's just gonna
Okay.
roll over.
Okay,
All right.
Vesryn, can you?
So, what do I see in front of me now? I mean,
So
obviously,
you
it's the guy with the
you see
weapon.
in front of you a man, human, and right behind two other people, one a woman, one a man. They're all three humans, wearing fairly dark, not quite black, but like a dark clothing, and each one of them, you see the glint of steel in their hands, and they slip into the room behind the other one silently
into my room.
into your room. The three of them.
Well,
Am I
now
not
it's a
in this
party.
room? I thought I was.
Now it's a party. And for my turn, I will obviously go into Blade Song, because, yeah, that needs
Yeah.
to happen. And so that's my bonus action. And then I will attack one of them in front of me.
Okay.
The one that actually swung at me is who I will attack.
Yeah, that one's in the front of the other two, and the other two are starting to come in to spread out around.
All the while trying to sound the alarms to my fellows. Nat 9 plus 6, so 15.
That is a miss.
I figured.
And then now they get theirs. So I'll just roll them all once. And your AC now is what, 20?
It is right now with Blade Song. Blade Song puts it at a +4 on top of it. So I'm at a 20 right now.
Okay.
Oh, it would have been 21 before. I miscalculated. It would have been 21. But if I use shield, then I go up to a 26. Oh, no, sorry, 25. 25. So it's either 20, but if I pop shield, then I'll be at 25, just so you know.
Okay. So you get hit twice
I will pop
out
shield.
of the three.
Out of the first one, I'll pop shield if that helps.
It will help. It'll stop one. So you get hit for 4 points of damage from this dagger finding its way in from the side of you. And suddenly there's some kind of a small light that hits the ground. And then suddenly it's very quiet. Like you don't hear even the crickets outside.
Shit, I can't use my reaction to. Oh, that was that magic?
It
No,
was
magic.
magic.
I mean,
yes.
it is magic. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. What do I need this one? That's fine.
What are you doing, Morcant? You heard some commotion. Make me a perception check.
Another one?
Yeah.
Or the one from before?
No, another one.
Oh, that would be 25.
You thought you heard Vesryn say something, and then mid-word, it goes silent out there.
Well, I think I heard him. How far is where my room that I'm in to where the room he is in?
Next door. You're all in the end corner of the hall.
So I'll come out into the hall and I'll head over to Vesryn's room and knock on the door. Vesryn, is everything all right?
The door's
open.
And you see when you get out there that there are figures in there, and he seems to be under attack.
Oh, how many figures are around him?
3.
I'll
Maybe.
cast Calm Emotion,
Okay.
and I'll put it so they're non-hostile towards Vesryn.
Okay. When you step out and you start to cast, someone attacks you.
Rude.
Yeah. What's your AC?
Once I believe it's 18.
Okay. And you get hit with a blade as you're trying to cast, and you take 5 points of damage from the
5?
back.
For my reaction, I will go ahead and Wrath of the Storm with the Thunderous Rebuke.
Okay. You take your gloves off.
No, I'm just like jellyfish. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
And they...
I had to restart my laptop because I don't have my character queued up. If anyone can look up the trait for me and let me know what I need to roll.
The trait for what?
For Tempest Cleric, the Penal Divinity, I believe it's Wrath of the Storm, if I'm not mistaken by the name.
They have to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
With a 10, did I like notice what's the sound that's coming from Vesryn's room? Or am I like...
Well, you're about to hear a sound when this thunderous rebuke goes off. You will definitely hear that.
Gee, you think?
Yeah. It'll be...
We've heard it before too.
So,
What's that, Sonny?
one of them makes their deck save, the other one misses.
Well, it should only be the one who hit me.
Well, there's 2 of them there.
Well, the one that actually hit him, though. He said the one that actually struck him.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Only one of them did hit you. Yeah. Sorry.
And what am I rolling? Am I rolling a D8 for that? I can't remember.
It's 2d8.
All right. So that's 10 damage.
And a bit of a boom.
Yep.
And now everybody hears this boom from outside. Except Vesryn.
And then my Calm Emotion that I cast.
Were you able to cast while you were being attacked and stabbed?
Would that stop it? I mean, it's an action. Because they're me stepping out with their reaction, right? Does that stop me from being able to do my action?
No, you'd get it off. You'd get it off. They're just hitting you very quickly also.
Yeah.
All right. And Calm Emotion. They have to
I'm going to put them all to indifferent against Vesryn.
It's so funny. Like, nobody ever uses that spell except you.
The spell is... I have used it so much. I really, really like that spell.
What if they're assassins and they already are indifferent towards me? It's just a job.
That's up to the DM. The rules as written, it's hostile. Hostiles when they're fighting you, and indifferent is when they're not your friend, but they're not fighting you.
Gotcha.
I forget. It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's a confusing spell, I think, so no one takes it. And DM interpretation.
Of course, you as a fellow dungeon master, like, how can I torment another dungeon master? I know.
I am using this spell as intended.
I just give you
Okay.
a hard time, brother.
All right, and okay, so two of them on Vesryn step back, and one of them on you sort of looks at you funny and kind of pulls his blade down and starts walking down the hall away from this.
So it's only going to make them indifferent towards Vesryn.
Oh yeah, never mind. The two on you are not indifferent to you then.
Yeah. And the ones that are on Vesryn, they'll still be hostile towards me. If
Yeah,
rules as written.
when they turn around and see you.
They'll look at me instead of Vesryn, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll soon have 4 on you, and there will be only 1 on Vesryn. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun spell.
All right, let's go back to the top. So, what was your initiative?
Mine was 14.
And
Mine was a
Morcant?
14.
I was 3.
Okay. So the other, Eslov and Cerridwen, you hear this bit of a boom in the hall and some commotion, some casting maybe, and some fighting.
Who's going first between me and Eslov?
Make me an initiative roll.
Mine was 4.
Oh, 4.
I rolled a 17.
Nice.
So Eslov.
So I guess I'll repurpose my walking stick for this encounter.
Yeah.
I'll grab the axe and I'll rush over to where I'm hearing all this commotion.
You don't have your axe.
Where is it?
All the weapons were taken from you. You weren't allowed to have your weapons.
Is there a chair in my room?
Yeah, there's chairs and there's
I'll grab that.
little statuettes and things like that.
Maybe I'll grab a chair and I'll break off one of the legs and I'll have one in both hands and I'll run in.
Awesome. It's
Scott,
like a bar fight.
It won't change what has happened.
You're right. I just
because
realized
I
you have a blade. You wouldn't have had a blade.
I would have cast Shadow Blade instead.
Okay.
I would have, and I would have cast that because that happened before they stopped, before they dispelled it. So I would have cast that. So I would have the Shadow Blade on me. I just wouldn't have my rapier.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yep. All right. So from this,
cast that spell.
Eslov goes first, but he has to get to the door and make his found weapon. So 17 will be getting to the door, and when you go to open the door, you're immediately confronted with several figures in the hallway. That
I'll smack the shit out of the closest one.
okay, make an attack. Club. A true barbarian weapon, also totally.
Yeah. Club Eslov. Welcome to Club Eslov.
There's a 17 left.
A 17 hits.
Would this be an improvised weapon?
Yes.
D4, I believe.
I think a club would be a D6. I think maybe it's a D4 plus 1. Hold on, let me look up. I think it probably is a D4.
Yeah,
all
all improvised
weapons are a D4.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to be
Just a stupid rule, but okay.
9 damage for that attack. And then With the one in my other hand, I'll take another swing.
I don't know why, but I first pictured you coming up with the whole chair and bashing it, and then as it breaks apart, hits him with one of the legs. That's how I pictured it in my head. Like you hit him with the chair and then hit him with like shards of the chair.
The second one does not look like it's going to hit.
Okay. All right, so that's 17. All right, Vesryn, on you. You get missed. Morcant, the two that were in the room with Vesryn are coming down the hall, coming out of the room, and they suddenly see you, and behind you they see Eslov opening a door, and their indifference seems to change very quickly to difference. And the two that were coming out, they attack you. What's your AC? One misses for sure.
It's 18.
One barely hits. And you take 4 points of damage from a blade slipping it in quietly. Vesryn. Vesryn.
Wait, I'll use my reaction.
Oh, yeah, you have your action. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and thunder
Do it again.
for a second time.
Yep. And it missed its save.
11 damage.
Okay. Now, Vesryn.
I just double checked. Booming Blade does not require any verbal. It's only semantics and material. So I will Booming Blade my Shadow Blade, and I will strike this guy with my attack.
Okay. Nice.
Natural 16 plus 7, so
That'll
that
hit.
one I'm pretty sure that one's going to hit. So that's going to be, because I cast the Shadow Blade at second level, sorry. So that is going to be 2d8, 6, 7, 7 psychic, and then 4 thunder to him.
Yep.
And I'm
Get him.
going to move around him and put myself between him and the doorway.
Okay. That's okay. So that'll leave him.
I'm not
Alone.
leaving. I'm not leaving his. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving his area of attack. I'm just moving so he can't pull behind me
All right.
or pull out into the hall.
The two on you, Morcant, they make their attacks. The two that were already on you. You get hit twice. For 3 and 3 points, so 6 points.
All right.
And suddenly you realize you have 4 on you. And Eslov
I know.
has 2. On Eslov, they get their attacks too. What's your AC, Eslov?
15 at the moment.
15. You get hit once for 5 points from this dagger.
Laughable.
And Cerridwen.
Okay, so initially she was just trying to ignore all the noise, but after that thunderous rebuke, she's like, "Oh, I guess we're up."
And a second one.
And a second one. Okay, then she'll grab her drum and step outside. So she sees Eslov. Alright, she comes out and sees the hullabaloo. What I want to do is I want to grab one of them and try to just like shove them in my room and then shut the door on them.
Okay. Make a grapple.
Okay.
Oh, they rolled terrible on their decks.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you'll definitely.
Roll 1 or 2. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. They were surprised by you coming out. They were probably all on Morcant and facing away from you. And
yeah, so she just grabs one by the scruff and just like throws him behind him and then shuts the door. And then bonus action, I'll use my bardic inspiration to inspire Eslov as she starts to beat out a battle.
Old man
Drum.
Eslov.
Yeah,
Oh.
battle rhythm.
And Morcant.
All right. How
3.
far am I from Eslov?
Eslov is behind you by about 10 feet.
Hmm.
And
now that
Cerridwen has now opened her door across the hallway from you. So she's...
Now that I'm not completely surrounded thanks to Cerridwen, can I kind of position myself in such a way that I can get all 3 of them within a cone of 15 feet that does not hit one of my allies?
You can't get all 3 because of the hallway facing Vesryn, but you could probably get 2. And blast the hall between the doors where they're at.
Even if I move, provoking opportunity attacks?
You can move, but the problem is the doors are fairly close, and there's always somebody either to the right or left of you just about. It just doesn't leave you a clean shot to the 3 of them.
In that case, I will shatter everyone. No.
Yes, do
When
it.
steps out, gets hit. Ah, why?
Eslov has a higher constitution. And if I aim it in a way it hits Eslov, would it also hit the 2 on him? Because I'm still older Morcant, right? I'm not young Morcant?
Right, you're old and wise, Morcant.
Okay, well, I'm going to position myself in such a way, and if I need to take if they can take opportunity attacks, that's fine. I'll let them. But that which the cone will hit as many of them as possible, and if it hits Eslov, it hits Eslov.
Okay.
Sorry, Eslov.
Good.
You can't do it once they start.
So
Sorry. Did.
you are going to get
just did.
you're going to get opportunity attacks on you from the 3 that are on you. All 3 will try and take it. Oh, that's not bad. 1 hit and one critical fumble. You take 3 points from the one that hits.
All right.
And suddenly you're on the same. You're in front of Vesryn's door, on the same side of the wall with Cerridwen, leaving basically a path with the 3 of them and Eslov, who also has 2 on him, in your same cone.
All right.
So really, there's 5 in your cone now.
So, I'm going to go ahead and hit them with Thunder Wave.
Don't I have to make a save?
Yeah.
Yeah, con save.
What's your DC?
My DC is 15.
I 2 misses.
I rolled a 15.
3 misses. Wow, that was a good one.
I rolled a 15. Is that?
So it's 9 damage. If they failed on a successful save, half as much. And I knock away any unsecured objects or anything 10 feet and make a really loud noise.
Yeah, there's definitely some unsecured objects.
Sorry, Eslov.
I rolled a 15. Does that go to me or you?
That goes to you. Meet it to beat it. You
Okay,
take
so-
4.
4?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay, and we get to the end of the round. Can I get a con save from everybody that has been hit by a weapon?
Oh. For each weapon?
Just if you've been hit by a weapon.
I did not.
15.
I am poisoned to death.
Okay.
I don't know how high this is. I might be poisoned too.
I got
15.
10. 10?
You got a 10,
You never-
Eslov?
You might be all right. There's some poisons that are DC 10. There's
I
some
didn't get
poisons
hit
that
with
are DC 10.
Oh,
My
yeah,
plus
I did.
one. My plus 1 saving me.
Oh my god, 25.
Yeah, Eslov, you're okay. Vesryn, you're okay. Morcant, you feel your eyes get blurry all of a sudden after your cast. Maybe you cast too powerfully. You just blasted too strongly and it made your vision kind of blurry and you feel a little maybe woozy. Maybe that's the right
Okay,
word.
you gotta stop blasting so hard, but
Old man. These old men, man. They just don't have it like they used to.
You're not supposed to be able to do that at that age.
He Thunderwave. He's good once, as he ever was, but he's only good once, you know. Not as young.
We can't make fun of him. He feels bad about it, I'm sure.
And you take 5 points of damage. Maybe
Oh,
the
shit.
blast was so strong it just like maybe you hurt yourself with it.
Am I poison condition or just the damage?
From the poison condition.
I am also poison conditioned. Okay.
Yes. And we're back to the top. So that would bring us to, let's see, the one on Vesryn, who almost can't hit him right now and doesn't hit him.
Now that I know they have poison weapons, I'm like, stay away.
And there's one on the one that was on one of the ones that was on Morcant turns and goes after Cerridwen and throws a dagger but without getting too close. Cerridwen, what's your AC?
Do I have my shield? Or did I check? Or would I have checked that?
Well, the shield's not really a weapon. You could have had it if you wanted it.
Okay, I mean it's still not that high because she wouldn't have slept in her armor, so she would have.
Yeah.
But she would have had enough time to grab her shield, so I would say 13.
Okay, so you get hit with a dagger.
Okay.
And you take 3 points of damage. 17. Eslov, you have these two. They've been blasted into you. 3 other ones were blasted down the hall a bit. And you made your save, right? Against the Thunderwave, Eslov?
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess
so...
the Thunder Wave. I thought I was saying against Shatter.
Oh, against Shatter.
Either way, I
Shatter.
made it.
Yeah, it was Shatter.
Never mind.
No, it was not Shatter. It was Thunderwave.
Dropping,
Oh, it
I
was.
keep
Okay.
dropping my guy.
So you're...
I'm going to hit the...
You're standing and these people are suddenly pushed right into the door with you. And it's your initiative.
Well, I'm gonna mark one of them as my favorite foe, which I forgot to do the last time. And then I'm gonna attack this one. That one misses. That one hits.
You're inspired, also, if you want.
Okay, I might as well. That was a 4, so there's no way I was gonna hit that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll miss. What'd you roll for your hit?
Over 17.
Okay. Good. So you know what you need.
That's gonna be 7 damage on the one that I already attacked.
Okay.
Another 7.
Looking
And
pretty
that's about
banged
all I
up.
can do. Unless I have reckless attack. What? You're looking banged up?
Looks a little banged up, yeah. Because it was
Can I roll
also
a reckless
blasted.
attack on the first attack that I made, the one I missed?
Sure.
Okay, that's a natural 1, so...
Very reckless.
Miss.
I'm
so super reckless. You,
now I'm fucked.
you bump your head into the door side of the door.
And then I die.
17. Okay, the one on that one's now on Cerridwen that was on you before. So Morcant, you still have 3 of them though. Oh no, you don't. You've pushed them all to Eslov except 1. And 17 Vesryn. Oh no, there's one more that can go before Vesryn. One of these is on Eslov and hits. And you get another dagger for 3 points.
Me?
Yes. And now it is Vesryn.
Once again, Booming Blade, and I will strike him. Or attempt to strike him, I should say.
Okay.
Natural 15 plus stuff?
Yes. You need a 17. So
Okay.
you got the plus stuff.
11 psychic and 6 thunder to him. as
Looking
my
pretty banged up.
as my dark shadow blade is covered in booming energy, and then I will take 5 feet back out the door, risk a chance of him hitting me.
You sure you're not a road? Phrase like Shadow Blade is booming energy.
You hear me? I take a step back from him. He does have an attack of opportunity against me.
Yep. And so when you step back away from him, you actually get near to the door, and he leaps and does a kick rather than a blade. And misses.
Okay.
But
So he tries
close.
to kick me as I'm stepping back. So I step back 5 feet away
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah, he seemed to be trying to plant his foot in your chest to knock you out the door or something, or maybe into the hallway where the mess is.
And then after I step back and he tries to kick, I smile at him and I do this. Even though I don't know if I'm still in the thing. I'm like, come on. Like I taunt him. I'm like, come on.
Make me a perception check. Just you.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
I like this dice. This is my dice.
You realize that he's only sometimes looking at you. He seems to be scouring the room quickly between, when he gets a moment between you and him. And when you're back from him, he's he's paying less attention to you and more to the environment around him. Okay. That was 14. We're down to... there's 2 more on Morcant. Nope, on Eslov. There are 3 on Eslov and 1 on Cerridwen. So all 3 of them can go. Ooh, you get hit twice.
I do?
Yes. You take 6 points from the blade, from 2 different blades, from 2 different sides, and they seem to be trying to push you into the room. They're trying to push you back.
Well, I'm huge, so...
Yep, they're not doing it very well.
Clearly.
You're strong. And we're down to 4 Cerridwen.
Okay. I'll use my I'll use heat metal on. It doesn't really matter to her. Yeah, I'll use heat metal on, I guess, the one closest to me, on his sword. I mean, on
His
on
dagger?
his dagger. Yeah, on his dagger.
Okay.
So then,
He has to make...
yeah. We're just, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's a...
He has to.
Yeah, make a con or drop it.
Yeah, he has to make a con save or drop it.
Makes the con save, doesn't have to drop it, but is going to take damage. Right, so...
Well, he's gonna take 8 damage.
Okay.
8 fire damage. And then is there like
Looking pretty bad.
is there like a, I don't know, like a candelabra in the hallway or something?
There are sconces.
Okay.
Oh, you want something to grab?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see what's in there.
Like a vase.
There are little statuettes,
All right, yeah, I want to grab 2 of those.
and those are pretty good at clonking.
Yeah, she just grabs 2 statuettes. Eslov, did you use your inspiration?
No, nice.
All right, then I'll hang on to them. And that's my turn.
Okay. Morcant.
So Morcant will, whichever one looks the most beat up on Eslov, Morcant will kind of focus his energy, stick out his hand, and be like, "You all need to stop this and cast Toll of the Dead," and try to collect himself as his vision's blurry.
Okay.
Stick to the cantrips, old man.
I rolled really good, so I hope it does damage.
It does damage. Failed his save.
I rolled 20.
Damn.
Ooh.
I know, I got 2 10s.
And
Vicious.
the necrotic damage rips through him, and he just collapses from the pain and the horrid blackening of the skin around the injury.
Kind of
Hit
like
hooks?
Morcant will kind of like take a breath and rub his eyes after he does this.
All right, and we're to the end of the round. Cerridwen, can you make me a con save?
It's a 15.
15 makes it. Okay. Morcant, that was good. Good for you. You take 2 points of damage from the poison seeping through your blood.
I take 2 points.
Yes. We are back to the top. Okay, between Vesryn and Cerridwen, who would have been in possession of the book you had found last session?
Vesryn had it. He was
Yeah,
reading it.
I was
Okay.
reading it.
Okay.
As soon as he steps towards it, he takes damage, though.
well, because you're going to hit him.
No, because I have booming blade on him.
Oh,
When
yeah.
he moved.
You're right.
That's why I stepped 5 feet back, because I was hoping he would try to step towards me and take an extra 8 points or an extra 1d8 points of thunder damage.
Yeah. So, after looking around the room and seeing it on your bed or on the table next to your bed, you see immediate recognition in his eye, and he makes a dash for it.
Takes 6 points of damage of thunder damage.
And what's really cool about that is he takes that damage and he screams and his hand lands on the book and he collapses to the ground and the book just sort of falls with him and he is left motionless.
All right. That's his turn.
17. That's Eslov. You've got
I keep
three
hitting the
on
one
you.
that's already hurt.
Yep. Well, one of them, the one that was most hurt, went down to the attack from Morcant.
Oh, okay. Well, is there one of them next to me that's already been hit a little bit?
Yes, all of them have been hit.
He got thunder waved.
I'll hit whoever looks the most beat up.
Okay. There's one more right in front of you.
That's over 20.
Definitely
The
a
first
hit.
attack. Nine damage, and then I'll do a second attack, which I don't think hits.
What'd you roll? You need a 17.
Yeah, it's not 17.
Okay. Okay. And one of them tries to slip in between you and the room to try and get in behind you.
Opportunity attack?
You can get an opportunity attack on him.
That hits. Another 9 damage.
Okay. This was a different one, but okay. So those two are both pretty hurt. 17. All right, the one on you, there's one on you, Morcant, still, who's going to try and get you. And it misses. All right. The one on you, Cerridwen, It tries to back out, defending itself, but trying to back its way down the hall. So you can make an opportunity attack as it tries to get away.
Yeah, so roll one of the statues at it, I guess. Okay, so that's a 16 to hit.
No, you would miss. You need a 17.
Okay,
So
well
the statue flies over its head.
She's just like, well, it's not weighted very well. Is it the guy that I hit with
Yeah.
heat? Okay, I'll use my bonus action to cause heat metal to do more damage to him.
Okay. Makes his con save, so he keeps holding on, but he does take the damage. What's he take?
Oh wow, okay. He takes 13 points of fire damage for hanging on to that.
Ooh.
He also has disadvantage on his attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
He doesn't have disadvantage. He has no more attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
The fire damage does him in on that one. Like, ah!
He held on.
He tried to hold on, and that was a mistake. We drop to the ones on Eslov. The 2 on Eslov. 1 hit, 1 miss. You take 4 points from another blade, and one of them tries to slip past you into the room. Yep.
Can I try to block him at least? No, probably not.
I didn't hear you. Can you try and what?
Never mind. It's all reactions. I already used mine.
And Morcant.
All right.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Cerridwen is before you.
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
I just went.
I didn't go at all yet. 'Cause that was him getting hit by the booming blade's secondary effect.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I'm going to. I don't know what's going on out in the hall because I'm in the silent cone here.
Well, you can see it.
Well, I haven't stepped out in the hall. Or can I still see where I'm at?
You were facing it before you would change
Gotcha.
switch
I didn't know-
positions.
I know I can see it. Well, seeing that he's going for that book and that's what they're here for, I'm going to move, grab the book, and secure it inside my gear that's on me.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I guess it'd be my action, and then I will turn around and move back towards the door
Yep.
to help out next turn.
Yeah, that's your whole action.
But I want to make sure it's secure that they don't see the book on me.
Yeah, I understand. Get it hidden.
Yeah, tucked away.
Yeah, Cerridwen? Oh no, you'd gone Morcant.
All right. How hurt is the one that's on me looking?
Not very hurt. A little hurt.
All right. Let's go ahead and reach out and just place my hand on him and cast Inflict Wounds, which I'm poisoned, so disadvantage. Which would still be a 21.
Yep.
And that would be 16 damage.
Much more hurt now. Much more hurt. And you're at the bottom. Okay. Everyone who's been hit with a blade which is everybody now except Morcant. Can you make me a con save?
I gotta make another one. I haven't been hit again. I got hit the
16.
first time.
Everyone's been hit since. Right, you're right. You haven't been hit
Okay.
since.
I was like, if I did, I missed the damage. Let me know what I need to mark. So,
Oh, that's an 11.
Are you the only one? Eslov was hit too.
16.
Okay, so you made it. All right.
Barbarian's in that damn con, man. Pretty tough.
Oh god.
Cerridwen, you take 9 points of damage, and suddenly you feel blurriness. So cover your eyes, and you realize that this is not from your spellcasting being so powerful like Morcant's was.
Yeah.
And it is a sudden surge that is painful,
Ooh.
and
Yikes.
we're back to the top. And at the
Do I
top,
not take damage this round?
oh, I'm sorry, you do. You're right, because you had failed it earlier. So you take 4 points.
Or coughed up some blood.
The one on you, Morcant. Oh no, you're not first. You're not first. Eslov is first. Now. Eslov, you have 3 on you. One of them has gotten into the room behind, and you have 2 of them in front of the door who are attacking. But it's your action.
Yeah, now's a good time to rage.
Now would be a good time to rage.
I do that.
Yeah. You do it. Okay, so. All right.
Bonus action rage, right? Yeah, mess him up.
Yep.
Wildly.
Oh,
Yeah, what
I
happened?
think. Yeah, he wants to know what happens.
Go after
Remember,
him.
he's got the wild magic.
Yep.
I was like, what's he waiting for? And then I remember, oh yeah, wild magic.
Do I have to roll or do you have to roll?
No, I'm pulling up the chart. I'm trying to find my chart.
I love that you're the wild magic.
I'd forgotten about that.
I like the wild magic too.
And I didn't have it
Eslov
out.
is just so destroyed and broken at this point. It makes
A lot more
sense.
interesting than I had before.
Yeah.
It's
If
so
Vesryn,
boring.
if Vesryn dies, I'm going to play a wild magic sorcerer just so we can wild magic this up all night long.
Oh, goodness.
And all the wild magic subclasses together.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
And turn into a plant.
Shrinks 2 feet tall.
Yeah, right. He's like,
His axe crits and kills everyone.
So you have this surge of energy that you just feel like you really want to just beat the shit out of things. So,
And I do. I'm going to smack the guy that I was smacking earlier.
Okay. Smack away.
Hit. And another hit.
All right. So each one of them, since you hit, both take an extra d6 of damage, force damage, and are pushed back.
Scott, at some point I want to get that wild magic chart you got for the Barbarian here. That one, I want to incorporate that into my games if somebody ever plays it. Not right now, but I'm saying down the road I want that.
Only 5 damage.
Including the extra d6?
Yeah, including the d6, including favorite foe, etc.
Okay. And what about the second one?
That was all one guy. I wasn't attacking 2 people, just one
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Hitting
Oh,
twice.
wow. That was about as low as you could possibly roll, I think, right?
feel like that was pretty high.
You said 5 points, right?
25.
Oh, 25. Oh, I thought you said 5. I'm like, is that even possible? How did you do that?
For 5
Okay,
points,
25. Boom! He just crumples under it.
You just mashed him. Like you basically like Hulked
Yep.
him. You know.
Yes, exactly.
I think I kick his body out of the way. I don't want him to be dead, by the way. I want to like hit him upside the head so he gets knocked out, not killed.
Oh, that one's dead, but there's still 2 more on you.
No, I didn't want to kill him.
Totally dead. You're
Wild magic's
raging.
fault. It's rage and wild magic. Come on.
Yeah.
Just pummeled this
Not
guy.
intentionally killed, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Being like, ooh.
Yeah. Intentional or not, 25 was enough to definitely push it over the top. Eslov, Vesryn. Oh no, not Vesryn. The one there's one on the hall on Morcant. Hold on. That was a higher. You get hit again. Morcant. For
Alright.
5 points of damage. Alright. Now it's 14. Vesryn.
Now that I have the book secure, I step on the hallway. How many people do I see still up? Where are they positioned?
You get out of your room, and just as you're stepping to the edge of the room, you hear the sudden sound in the hallway.
Oof. Well, my hearing's back at least.
And you see 3 of these people still fighting the 3 of your friends. One's on Morcant, and 2 are on Eslov.
All right. Is there a way I can either get behind one of them now or step behind somebody to get flanking on them?
You can totally get behind them. There's not that much distance. It's a fairly tight hall.
All right. All right. I'd like to get behind the one that's on Morcant because he looks rough. I see the blood coming down his face from.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flank that one, Morcant. I don't know. I can never remember, Scott. Are we doing flanking or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do flanking.
So
Cool.
natural 20.
Oh, that's perfect.
with the shadow blade and the booming blade. So that will be 8,
This
9,
will be
that was a
ugly.
good one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 24 psychic, and 10, 11 thunder. As
And-
I run this blade right through him.
And you do, and he's like, oh! How do you want to finish this with him?
I run it through him and I whisper and I say, "You'll never get the book." And then I'll just let him slump to the floor.
Cerridwen, you just saw this blade come through this guy in front of you. Morcant saw it, and you saw Vesryn whisper something to him, and he went down. Eslov is the only one with people still on him. And after the last attack, they look, we'll just call it concerned. And one of them tries to run down the hall, and the other one is stuck in the room behind him.
Is it one of the ones that's on me that's running?
Yeah, one of the ones on you is trying to turn to run.
As my opportunity attack, can I just grab him?
You just what?
Can I just grab him like by the collar and pull him back?
Yeah. Make your grapple. Fails a dex.
19.
Yep, that'll hit. And he failed a dex.
So I grab him
Avoid
and
it.
then I pull him back. He tries to run.
And you see Eslov pull this dude back into the room, and the other guy in his room is backing away and looking around, looking around. And one thing about these rooms in Mama Bardus is there are no windows here.
Yeah, can I also, as part of that... No, never mind.
As part of that, what?
I was gonna ask to do something that's not really a part of a reaction.
But would it be cool?
Well, Eslov just wanted to stand in front of the doorway so the guy wouldn't be able to get out.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I
I
kind of
can
assumed
stand-
you were already doing that.
Well, extra.
Okay.
Extra
you
imposing.
get, you get big, and then right behind you and towering over your shoulder, Cerridwen stands, and these little human people are very concerned.
No, that's enough of that.
And it is okay. They're on 9. Eslov, Vesryn did your attack. These two have an attack, and you see the two of them do something weird. They reach their hand, and they turn a ring on their fingers, and both of them collapse.
Man.
Can I spare the dying?
I'm gonna check them.
You can. You can try. That might. Well, I have to see what their rings.
Good.
Am I
Wait,
taking more poison damage at the end of this
Yeah.
round?
With the scene done, I'm going to go back into my room.
You could do it to 1. You could try it on 1.
Of course, Cerridwen goes before me, but when it's my turn, I'll run up and spare the
Cerridwen,
dying.
you're right. Cerridwen, your turn. What are you doing?
She sees them collapse, and she's gonna check to see if they're alive.
They have dropped, and they do not seem to be alive.
Okay, well, she's just gonna be like, well, they're dead. So she's gonna go to her room, and then she's gonna open the door and try to just tackle the guy in there. The one that she shoved in her room. So she's gonna try to tackle that guy, specifically
Right.
trying to like hold him, prevent him from using his ring.
And when you get in there, oddly, he's doing something weird. He's rummaging through your stuff. And when he sees you come in, he turns and he twists his ring on his finger, and he drops.
It's like out of frustration, she'll cast healing word on him. It's like a last bit. Don't die on me. I got questions. So I mean, he's probably dead, but he would heal like 6 points. So she's like, you see her just pointing frustrated at the ground at him, and this magic just kind of goes.
Yeah, and he's still dead.
I'm gonna drag him out, put him with the others. Well, they're dead.
I'm going to check.
Morcant still had a turn.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Morcant.
There's a couple things going on at the moment.
All right, that's not good.
So I guess I'll run up to try and spare the dying, which I assume doesn't work.
It
Then
does
how
not.
How much poison damage do I take at the end of the round, Scott?
You're going to take 1d6.
You roll it for me.
Okay, because we are at the end of the round.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're going to take 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's perfect. As Morcant runs up, he passes out. Morcant is unconscious.
No. Ah!
And the other two that had been poisoned and failed their cons. So, wait, are there two that did? Cerridwen did, right?
Cerridwen.
Yeah.
Takes 5. And Eslov, did you fail your con? You
No, I
always
didn't.
made it. Okay. And
Barbarian.
Vesryn, did you fail it?
I made it the first time and I didn't get hit after that.
Yeah, okay.
He ran to look for my book. Or our book.
And you see Morcant go down, and Cerridwen is sort of, she's acting like she's drunk almost the way she's walking.
Yeah, you see her kind of like slump against the wall. Oh, okay. Are we at a combat now?
Yes.
Alright, she's gonna sit on the ground. It's more of just dropping to her knees, and then she'll cast Healing Word on Morcant.
Okay.
So you heal 6 points.
Sweet.
There you go.
I'd already turned, so I hadn't even seen this. I turned to go check this guy in the room. As soon as I saw those guys drop at the ring, I want to see who they are. So I'm trying to search him to see if there's any kind of like markings or anything to indicate who they might be working for or be a part of.
You do find behind their ears a scar in a shape that you recognize of a vine.
Karos, like the Karos line?
Yes.
I'm going to pick up the dagger. Can I tell that there's poison on the blade? Can we see it?
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's not like there's just dripping liquid. There was some on it at the beginning of the fight, and all the daggers have basically... You know what? If you found a dagger that didn't get into somebody, probably you could.
all right. Dwin, how are you feeling?
Feverish?
I think you have been poisoned.
Oh, I sweat a lot. So you're just like starting to sweat. I think Morcant's been poisoned too.
Yes, I would agree. I'll see if I can get help. Eslov,
As
keep an eye on them. Keep them
you
alive.
say that, you see one of the workers, one who took your weapons, the big tall woman, running down the hall. She's security for the building, and she comes down the hall and sees this. Are any of you? And looks around.
We're
You're
all injured. We're all injured, but those two are poisoned. They need to be taken care of immediately.
And she picks the two of you up. And Cerridwen, it's an odd sensation. First, she's not as tall as you, although she's tall. But when she picks you up, her skin is like stone. It's hard and like rigid almost, but it moves like muscle. And she picks up Morcant.
Just
There will be more help coming.
When she takes them, I'm going to go over to Eslov and I'm going to nudge him to come with me. And I'll take you to my room and I will show you behind the guy's ear. They're with Karos. And they came for the book that we found inside the soul.
I do.
What? I can't hear you. You're all cut up.
Can you remind me who Karos is again? I don't take notes.
Karos was the god that we were dealing with in season 1, the thing that everybody was working for, the vines.
Yeah. Okay.
divine, yeah.
You see the vine like scarred into the side of their head behind the ear.
Scarification.
I don't know the significance of this book, but it definitely brought the attention of Karos, of people that work for Karos. This guy here saw the book and immediately left the fight with me to grab it. This book is significant. What was that?
He's got like a concerned look on his face. Sorry, let me make sure the audio is kind of coming out the right channel.
Yeah. Also, so we should get rid of these bodies. I'm going to take this body and drag it out in the hall unless you want to pick it up and toss it out in the hall. And then we should go and see about Dwin and Morcant. I don't want to let them out of our sight for too long. Who knows who might be connected to Karos here. it's kind of odd that they were able to fight us for this long before anybody showed up.
It wasn't
gain
that
entry.
long of a fight. It was a fight.
True. True, but I mean, you would think there'd be the security would have been more on top of this. How did this many people get in with weapons
Yeah.
underneath their nose? For Vesryn, it just doesn't seem right.
And Morcant's not particularly quiet when he fights, with everything being thunder noises, loud.
Not at all.
Range. So
That was
security should have been a lot quicker.
it was about a half a minute of a fight. It took them, 30 seconds. That's pushing it for them to not be to expect them to be there. I'm saying 30 seconds. It's enough time to grab your weapon and start running down the hall. But for me, it's more that they were able to get in here. There was 6, 7, 8. How many?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
7.
There's 7 of them, all armed, wearing armor, able to just walk in here, come to our rooms, no detection. And we already know that Mama Bardusa is maybe tied to Karos in some way. She has the same list that we found on the island. So for Vesryn, he's like, I don't want to leave you two alone with them for too long. So I'll head down the hall. I don't know if Eslov's coming, but I'm going to go down to my friends, my companions.
Okay.
And the book is with me. It is on me at all times now.
And as you're coming, the butler is coming, and there's a bunch more people with him that look like toughs.
The threat's been neutralized. Eslov beat them with a chair.
I'm so happy to hear that you're okay. Your companions are. We went to get a cleric to try and neutralize the poison. It seemed like there was a poison that is burning in their wounds.
Yes. I'm a patient man, and I'm very understanding. But I am curious as to how 7 armed individuals were able to get inside your bathhouse and attack me and my friends.
I'm curious about that too, and we will definitely be investigating that immediately. But we have to make sure that at the moment that the bathhouse is secure, because it obviously was not. And the toughs continue. We'll find you soon enough.
Let Mama Bardusa know I would like to speak with her about what has happened. Trying to throw that nobility air around.
And
where is my friends? Where are they?
they're in the. Where would she put them? Hold on.
A bath, I hope.
It's tossed you in the bath. That'll fix it.
You should have bath for poisons, right?
Flipping in and out of consciousness.
Gwen's watching you.
They're in a resting room. If you go down to the steam room, it'll be the room across the hall.
Thank you.
Mama Bardusa, Mama will be there shortly.
Thank you. Eslov, we should go let them do their work. And we'll head towards where our friends are, I guess, right? You good with that? Dillon?
Yeah. He's following you.
I just didn't, well, I'm saying, we'll go there, but I'm thinking, I don't want to speak for you. I'm going there, so.
And you head over there. There's a lot of commotion in the building now. There's a lot of people you don't recognize that are in bathrobes and things like that you've never seen here. And they're all murmuring, what happened? Did somebody actually attack someone in here with? And
it was a performance.
They're freaked out.
I for the sake of trying to make peace with Mama Bardusa, I'll say it was a performance that my friends and I paid for. Sorry if we disturbed you. We wanted to feel like we were having an interesting experience here. Nothing for you to worry about. Go back to your rooms and sleep. Sorry if you disturbed your evening.
And nobody's believing you.
I can't roll a deception?
You have blood coming off a wound. Eslov's been stabbed a bunch too. It's
Fine. There was a threat, but it has nothing to do with your safety. You are all fine.
And you get to the room, and you see that in there are a couple of big tough guys in the room, and when you're coming down the hall, the door is slightly cracked, and they're seeing you. They open the door for you and let you in. And when you get in, you see that the two of them are resting on a bunch of pillows and stuff that they're bleeding on and stuff, but nobody is saying anything about that.
Sure, they better not.
And the guys are just in there, are just keeping an eye, and they let you in. And Morcant is definitely just more cut up than you've seen from a fight with him before. Cerridwen is banged up pretty badly too. But the poison seems to be wearing off. I don't want to say wearing off. It's not causing more damage.
Dwin, are you okay? She kind of was just zoning out for a minute. Oh, yeah. I think it's kind of wearing off a bit. I don't think it's affecting me right now. She's gonna. You see her sort of clumsily start to do another spell because she's worried about Morcant. So
I'll check on him. Relax. Don't wear yourself out. They have somebody coming to provide extra aid. And let's not talk too much. I'll lean in and whisper. Let's not talk too much about what's happened. There are things I need to tell you when there are not prying eyes and ears.
Right.
And I check on Morcant. Is he breathing?
Barely.
And I'm conscious or not particularly?
How far down did you go?
I exactly hit 41, and then I was healed.
For
and
6.
I am now, yeah.
So you're up. So you're at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not continuing to drop anymore. But I mean,
Awake-ish.
you're awake, but it's a rough wakenness. Is that a word? Wakenness.
When your magic worked, he's alive. He's hurt, but he's alive. You did well. You did well.
She's gonna just puts her head against the wall. See her relax a little bit.
Was there anyone left to question?
No, they all killed themselves.
Well, I mean, there was a few that ran off. I could find them or something.
We should talk more about it when you guys are feeling better.
Probably
now
find
focus
us
on him. Yes, I have a feeling that might be the case, but we will talk about that shortly.
After a little while, the door opens and Mama comes in, and behind her there's a short, humanoid-looking person. Have you ever seen halflings? I'm not sure you have.
Any of us?
Any of you? I mean, you probably I've heard of them. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I know Eslov hasn't. Because there are very few in Elixia. Actually, if anybody has, it would be Morcant. Morcant probably has, because there have probably been a couple come through the city. But this halfling comes in who has some robes and wearing a square on a necklace. So the necklace comes down and there's a square symbol on it made of, looks like iron. And he comes in. Oh, I see. Thank you. I'll take care of this, Mama. This will be okay. And he comes over and he sits down next to Morcant. May I? And he puts his hands out.
Really depends on what you're planning on doing.
Trying to heal these wounds.
Yeah, it would probably be a good idea.
What kind of religion does he? Does he look like a cleric of some sort?
Yes.
Of like.
You don't know.
Like-
You don't know that symbol. I mean, you know what a square is, but you haven't seen it worn as a symbol.
Yeah, square. They're like nerds, right? Like straight edge.
Morcant can make a religion check. He might know.
Morcant and knowing things.
Yeah. He knows
Let's
things.
see here.
He drinks and he knows things.
That's two things. Oh, actually, Morcant got a 19, so maybe he knows.
So that is a symbol of Unanu, who is the god of order.
Okay.
You've never met a cleric of theirs. And he begins chanting. And after a few minutes, you get 17 hit points back. And he says, this will take me a little time. Let me also do a little healing on the Fey Giant, if you don't mind. And he comes over to you. He looks at you laying down, and
The name is Cerridwen.
Madame Cerridwen.
He just goes, yeah, go for it.
slurring it like a drunk.
No, go for it.
You get 13 back. And he looks at Eslov. He goes, you look like you need some recovery also, Master Dragonborne.
He sees that he's slightly banged up, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess so.
May I?"
Go ahead."
He does. A few minutes later, you get 11 points. Were you hurt,
Okay.
Vesryn?
Vesryn was hurt, but he just tells him, "I'm fine. Do not worry about my wounds. Save the magic for them. They need it more than me."
Says that will get you started on the road to recovery. I'll do more shortly. He says I'll be back in a little while.
Madame when he leaves, I turn to Madame Bardusa. You said she was there with him, right?
Yeah, she stays in.
Mama Bardusa, might I have a moment? Well, might we have a moment of your time without your men around to speak privately?
Yes, you can leave. And they leave. I do have to apologize. This has never in our history happened. We have to investigate to find out how they got in without setting off any of our wards or defenses.
I'm going to be blunt with you, Madame Bardusa. We, in your office, while looking around, noticed a list of names. It was quite visible, which we wouldn't have looked at too deeply, except we have a similar list of names. Actually, the exact same list of names. We picked it up on our island in Elixia. My curiosity is, why do you have the same list that agents of Karos was seeking?
I don't know what an agent of Karos is, but I'm often hired to find people of various talents. I don't know which list it was, because there are several lists that I have there.
I pull out our version, because I know we had a list too. We had a version of the
Yeah,
list.
you wrote down.
I pull it out and I show it. This is our list.
Wasn't
Very-
lost.
No,
She
because it
looks
was in
at
it's in my spell book and all that stuff. It's with my documents I keep.
And she looks at it and she goes, This this is old. This must have been a year ago, or maybe not quite a year ago. Many of these people I've already found and sent to to someone who was going to take them to whoever was hiring them.
Who hired you for this?
I can't reveal my sources.
Do you know anything about Karos?
I do not.
Do you have any information on what's happened in Elixia recently? Being somebody who is well versed in gaining information. If not, I can enlighten you.
I have recently learned of a few things that have happened there.
The people that wanted these people on my homeland were demons. The people who hired you for this information were either demons or worked for demons, who wished to bring back a very dark entity known as Karos, who sees itself as a god. So I ask you again, in the sake of trying to prevent some terrible thing from happening, who hired you? Are they still in this town? Because they are probably connected to those that attacked us here, as those men and women who attacked us are agents of Karos.
Make me a persuasion check.
What is my persuasion? Let me see here.
Done.
I have a +5 to persuasion, so. But I rolled a natural 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A 12.
Oh.
Under the circumstances, I will consider your words, and I will get back to you shortly whether I am willing to break a trust that I give to my clients.
That is fine, but I suggest that if you aren't willing to trust us or share that information, you at least have your people look into it, because there's a good chance that they might be connected to those individuals who infiltrated your house and your trust and attacked us, your guests.
Did you find Clovis?
Pardon me? What did you say?
Did you find Clovis on Amsel?
Clovis. Hold on, I have to look back on my thing.
Von Anstel.
I
His
did
brother,
not.
right?
I did not find Clovis. If I recall, when we were close to, we had found where he was working, and as we started making queries into his whereabouts, he disappeared. So it wasn't like we had to pursue deeply, because we were just paid for whomever we could find, and if we could get them, we could get them. There were others on the list that were more easily met with, paid, and delivered.
And did you find Taliesin?
Actually, that's a curious case. We didn't find Taliesin. We had the only person that we came across that even knew the name, and she goes to the door and she closes it all the way to make, opens it and make sure no one there and close it, was someone we would not normally even send queries to. the seer of the Fire Mount. Most people don't even know that she's still alive.
Char.
You know the name. And she looks very surprised that you know that.
We have our ways of gathering information.
Please, do you know anything else? Tell him my son. I'm trying to find him.
Make me a persuasion check. Let's see, does she have a soft heart?
Can I assist by telling her that he is also my nephew and related to the house of, Madrick?
You can roll with disadvantage.
As in, it'd be a personal favor to us if she knows more information, and we might appreciate that in the future.
What was your persuasion?
15.
Wait here a moment. I'll be right back. And she steps out. You hear her go down the hall.
We still need to find out if she knows about the head of the soul, too.
Right.
And after about, it was not a moment. It was probably half an hour.
Dwyn's pacing the entire time.
She returns, and there's a man following her. Sleepy-eyed, bleary-eyed, just old, and somewhat bent. Please have a seat, Mr. Wyfield. And this
Do we recognize that name?
Oh, yeah. Morcant does. That's the name of the Apania.
That answers that question.
So, Mr. Wyfield has decided to break his protection for a moment to speak with you. He and I were moved by you telling us this, Cerridwen. That was, if there's anywhere in my heart that I have a soft spot, it's for children. And I am not interested in anything that brings harm or threats to young ones.
Thank you.
So that name was known to Char, the seer. She had heard the name from a Fey lord of some kind that she had dealt with from some other land. I don't know where. She would not divulge anymore. But the Apania here, no. The ex-Apania here has a few things that might give some clarity as to what's happening here tonight and might lead to finding your son. Since this is not something that I know, but he says you may learn, I will step out. And she steps back to the door. She bows to all of you and says, I do wish to apologize one more time for what happened this evening. I hope that you can forgive us and find and know that you will find a place of solace here, and we will find out how these interlopers achieved entry.
Your honesty and help is enough. There's no need to ask for forgiveness. Thank you.
Can I roll an insight since I'm just kind of hanging back and watching to see, like, if I feel like she's being genuine with leading this person in? Like,
Yeah, make an insight check.
Come on, Brandon.
Rolled right off my little table. That is going to be a modified 20.
She seems to be very genuine right now. You don't feel any deceit.
All right.
So this old man sitting in front of you, the door closes, you hear the lock click. He looks sallow-faced, like his age doubled on him. His eyes are sucked in, his cheekbones are thinned, he looks emaciated. He's wearing just white cloth, and he shakes a little bit, like an old person might shake when they get really old. Make me an intelligence check, Morcant.
11.
Okay. And he says, I don't know how to tell you this, but and I'm so sorry to have heard of your son. I was the one who was trying to find these people for someone who was a friend of mine. And I really hope nothing's happened to your son.
You're not making any sense. Start at the beginning.
About a year ago, perhaps, maybe a little more or a little less, I met a woman, and we became something a little more than friends. And she led me astray from I willingly went away from my own beliefs and did some things that I regret to this day, to this moment. And that list, I was trying to find the people on this list and I hired the matriarch to try and find them, because I'm not an investigator or a spy or anything. As a matter of fact, I even avoided the sleep this year to spend time with her and to do these things. And she encouraged me, of course, to pursue this, that there was potentially very good money. Although it had been years since I cared about money. It's not like as an Apania, money is of concern, but for some reason it became of concern to me. My mind was not right. So, in the meantime, I had taken a trip over to the mainland to see a book dealer that my friend wished me to see. And she got me to steal that book, the one that you went to the Soul and retrieved.
How do you know we retrieved a book?
It went around. How do you think they know?
Agents of Karos.
It didn't matter. There are people in this place watching things, especially around the Soul after it was destroyed.
What happened at the Soul?
After I had done these sins that the sins of the flesh, the sins of of trust. My ability to cast was stricken from me. And I became even more desperate. And instead of looking for rightful penance, I started looking for everything else. So I had stolen that book from a tiefling in Delius. She was a collector and a historian, and apparently it was in her collection. I didn't know anything about it, but the person I was spending time with did know something about it and wanted that book. She would not sell it, so I stole it while she kept her occupied. And when I did, I did truly feel remorseful. So I left with the book, but I left without her. And I made my way back on my own. I knew something wasn't right, so I was just trying to get away from her. I mean, I would never go steal things from people before. I wouldn't be concerned about money and everything else. So I read the book, and I read it again, and I knew some things of Kairos. I knew some things of the histories that were hinted at that became more real in that book. That's a book of the one of the wars between the gods. I knew that the book was important and needed to be kept out of the hands of people who might abuse its knowledge, I suppose. So I prayed for a few days on my journey back to Wythe, and I asked Aquar to allow me to at least protect this book from those who would want to do harm from the knowledge in it. And in that night, I was met in my dream by a diva, I believe. And I was granted one last casting, but my penance would be that I would never be able to cast again. And I said, but one spell isn't going to protect the book. And this diva said that it wouldn't matter, that the Samines and the Acolytes and all of the clerics of my soul would protect it even after their death, if necessary. So I took the book down into our basement, which is already has magic protecting it. And surprisingly, there was a room I found in there that I didn't even know existed before, a little alcove hidden away. I placed the book in there and I cast the spell on it, and there was other magics that went in there that I don't know what they were. They were not spells that I had cast, but there was something that happened there that day. And I was drained. I could feel myself weaken to what I am now, a stick. And I left. I left the soul thinking that maybe I could pay my penance working the ships or doing something else. But then that evening, the soul was attacked and everyone in it died. I didn't know what to do, so I went to Madame Bardusa, and with the meager amounts of money that I still had, I asked for protection. And she took me in, and she's been hiding me ever since. Even my friends, I haven't seen them. And I know one of them has been looking for me. Savinus has been close a couple of times.
Shando.
Yes, you've met him then. He's already questioned you.
Well, we've seen him around.
I believe your acolyte here, Morcant, actually spoke with the Shandao.
I'm not his acolyte. We both know it at this point.
I'm no longer of the soul, so I have no acolytes.
This,
Go ahead.
well, this woman that you were seeing, did she have a ring like this one? And then she'll hold up the ring that we pulled off one of the dead demon bodies.
She does. She did. Does or did, yes.
She's totally a demon. Yep. Alright. Yeah, you were enticed by a demon.
It wasn't completely your fault, though I understand putting the blame on yourself for what's happened. They have a way of getting into people's minds.
A demon can only do this if your mind is weak. I was not strong, and that is my fault.
Well, I will say this. When this is done, if you want to make real penance for your actions, I suggest going to Elixia, where these demons brought the most harm to our island, where people who went through what you went through will understand, and understand that you want to make amends. You might find your penance there, helping those that need help after what has happened on the island.
I would suggest you look for Adkor on the bottom of the ocean. You brought danger to all of those who you were supposed to protect in that soul, and you know it. There is no repentance for that.
Yes, there is. I believe there's always a chance to change what you've done.
No, he is correct.
No,
what I've
to
done is
Morcant.
unforgivable.
I turn to you, Morcant. Hold on. I turn to Morcant in the middle of this, and I say, it's very weird that you would say that to one of your own when you tried to reason with Talbamise and tried to get her to change her path, even though she was a demon who was bringing this kind of destruction onto our island.
We both know that's not the same.
It is 100% worse. She finds people's weaknesses and uses it against them. Everybody has something that can get them to do things that they wouldn't normally do.
It was worse. Is my soul a burning corpse? Are the docks in chaos?
I was there. It ravaged my family, destroyed people in all of our cities. I know what has happened, and even I still think that this man has a chance to at least do what he can to help those there.
If there's one saving grace from all of this, it's that you were able to get to the book. I don't think the book could have been acquired by someone who it wasn't meant to end up in the hands of.
This woman, what does she call herself? What does she look like?
Her name is Sophia Ada. She is beautiful.
Well, tall, achingly beautiful, lusty voice, the whole shebang.
She, black hair, dark, tall, not as tall as you, but probably as tall as your Dragonborne friend.
It's pretty tall. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Checks out.
and use my shadow touch and change my form to look like my mother. Be like, does she look like this?
No.
Well, at least there's that, and I'll change back.
And do you have any idea where Sophia is?
I have heard that she has been trying to find me and has been unsuccessful potentially until now. I don't know if this attack might have been from her trying to get to, flush me out or something.
So
she's very smart.
So she's around. She's in the city.
She is.
Where is she? Where does she normally hang out?
She has been. There's a home that she has. Not far from the edge of town.
I say we go and enter.
Where's his house?
As you head towards the mountainside, there's a wall along the back of the city. You'll know it when you see it.
Right, opulent house, probably guarded.
Opulent and chaotic, like something from Zinchitrix or something. And you know that as the god of chaos.
We've looked through this book ourselves. Are we missing something of significance here? Like, why is this book so important? You said you've read it multiple times, yes?
I have.
So what are we missing?
The language isn't right in it.
Yes.
If you've read it, you'll know that there were things that feel wrong, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Grammar is off the wall.
The book is not of the past. It's from a different place.
When you say place,
the language is like our common. I mean, it's written in a common tongue, but there's no common tongue that is like that. That tongue has branched off from our common. A place that I
Thank you. You